Hello, collective. Happy Tuesday, September 24th. So some kind of storm is transforming the weather from today's letters. There's some kind of storm, just like autumn is rolling in. There's some kind of storm that's transforming the weather for tonight. And there's a super surrender of a bad master. Yeah, super surrender of this bad master. Apparently there's still 12 million people out in the world, out and about, that have the Y chromosome, for Genghis Khan. So just FYI. So it might be the bad master that you're going to separate yourself away from. So abrupt turnaround is unprotested. There's some kind of abrupt turnaround that's unprotested. Yeah, we want to go over here and have our master enlightenment and let Genghis Khan do what he's got to do. There's a barter with the bondsman in a basement. Yeah, there's some kind of barter in the basement with a bondsman. I believe that this might be one of your karmics because they got in too deep with this bad master. Yeah, they had the Y chromosome. He's like, oh, I didn't know that. And money is more important in Honduras. Yeah, so money is more important in Honduras. Somebody, a resident spoke up about the quality of the river water. They were doing too much mining. And when he stood up to protest the water purity, they got rid of him. Yeah, because now they won't trust their water. Most High didn't like that. Yeah, he stood up and said, look, if we have to stop this, dumping this in the river. And he's murdered today. So that's on Google. And then Hawthorne wrote about murder of an odd one outed. Yeah, another odd one that's outed is the Hawthorne in history. You get his name. That's an author in history that wrote the Scarlet Letter. And somebody feels like that. So I'm glad his name came up in today's letters as well, Hawthorne. And there's a photo to remember that was burned. Somebody trying to remember you is now burned, remembering you. It's too bad. And then Morpheus, you get his name from, and this is a Greek god, okay, from today's letters. He might visit you tonight in a dream state. He's here to share with the one a truth. Or he shows one of a chosen one a truth, Morpheus. And he'll be disguised so you won't trust him, but he's actually to show you a truth in your dreams tonight. So 9, 24, 24, that's reduces to a 5. Lots of change tonight, still lots of change. And you're hanging on. You're doing the call, right? So I've got the chart tonight. This is still here. It's this abandoned person. This person was abandoned, but was able to transform this family, this secret family. It cost this person in the sun quite a bit because they did it for their freedom. So the Sabian symbol for that sun tonight, 2 degrees Libra, is a slave released. So in order for this slave to be released, it cost him. Yeah, they still might be, you feel like a POW. You feel like you're, hanging out, but you have more choices than you realize, and that's part of today's reading, which I'm excited to show you. And then on the crux of life and death, yeah, this spiritual group continues to entertain possessing this priest. Yeah, so the only one with the payment tonight is Neptune, because Saturn got out of it. So Saturn made some arrangements. It's now helping this priest and some communication down here to Mars. So Saturn got out of it, but in the meantime, this secret group here, or this spiritual group, because it's not 12th house, it's 11th, but it's on the crux of life and death, and it insists that before I die, that I get this spiritual one, this high priest over here. I possess them. See, second house. I am bound and determined to possess this person, part of my legacy. Yeah, bound and determined to possess you, collective, before they cross this abyss between life and death. But the problem with that is the Most High doesn't like it. No. He went to a lot of trouble that you be the one that was set free to transform this family. Yeah. In the meantime, Saturn places this secret call to Venus tonight, who sits in Scorpio. Yeah. That's the house of other people's money, but it's also the house of death and transformation. He's sending her a little something, like, don't, feel I forgot you, because he's also talking to Pluto too. So he knows of some secret transformation coming down for Venus, and he just wants to give her heads up on it tonight, which I love. Yeah. So 2 degrees Libra sun, and then this 7 degrees Cancer moon. So yeah, water and air, they squirm quite a bit. I think internally you'll squirm like, oh, I made this decision to have higher thinking, and now what do I do? And that's what he wants to, he's telling you, you made the right choice. You made the right choice. Let the bad masters figure out their karma. You separated yourself from the Y chromosome. Yeah, I think I want to be my own master. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm supposed to read from you from 1 Kings 3, verse 17. Please, my Lord, one of them began. This woman and I live in the same house. I gave birth to a baby while she sat with me in the house. 3 days later, the woman also had a baby. We were alone, and then only 2 of us in the house. But her baby died during the night when she rolled over on the baby. Then she got up in the night and she took my baby and laid the baby beside her. She laid the dead child in my arms and took mine to sleep beside her. And in the morning when I tried to nurse my son, he was dead. But when I looked more closely in the morning light, I saw that it wasn't my son at all. So these 2 women go to Solomon, who was king at the time. And what did the King Solomon ask for but wisdom? Now he's got these 2 women wailing like, she took the baby that's mine. And they can't really prove it because back in those days, you know, they just had to use the wisdom of Solomon. And Solomon was really wise. And if you remember that scripture, he said, well, we'll just cut the baby in half and see which one of you, you know, you can both have half the, and they said, and the real mother was so terrified by that he could tell that that's the real mother. Like, please don't do that. Just give the baby to the one that, you know, and that's how a lot of you with your choices, if you had to leave children in situations that you just had to let it be, you had to let it be. You know, I tried to fight for them. I tried the best I could, but it's got to be because I want them safe. I want them happy. And so you had to walk away. But in the meantime, you know, the Most High is surrounding you with this light, this chosen one light. Like, I know there's secrets out there. I got to find them. So let me show you. On the clock is 7:08. We've got some cards here. So in the middle here is this Lover's card, September 24th, Luke Skywalker. The actor Mark Hamill has that birthday for September 24th. So I feel like Luke Skywalker is here with us, helping us make this decision or examine a couple. But I'm thinking more like he's helping us examine this decision. Like, you know, I was also not told who my real father was. So Luke's going to share his wisdom and how he handled that in the Star Wars. And then for 2 degrees Libra is a slave release. That's the Sabian symbol. And there has to be some kind of balance, okay? Because the slave was released. And then the crossing energy is the 7 degrees Cancer moon. The symbol is, are you coming or am I going? Yeah, because we know we might be getting restless, but decisions have been made and it's time to move forward. So we get this High Priestess helping us with intuition regarding this balance of this choice. You know, Luke was denied his father, see? So now it's balanced as best as we can. What's his intuition? Where does he go from here? And then, so Mercury has 27 Virgo, and it's some kind of, you know how they say action is louder than words? Well, Mercury's saying the appearance is speaking volumes. So something about your appearance tonight, because your ancestors have protected you, that's speaking volumes for Mercury. And then down here in the subconscious is Venus, who has the strength card, 2 degrees. She's in Scorpio now. But yeah, there's some kind of permanent impact that Venus makes in her community. And then Mars has to use his intuition tonight because there's a little heat on Mars tonight, 11 degrees Cancer. Something about he exaggerated a response. Like he was asked a question and he exaggerated it. So Jupiter has the death card tonight. It actually moved 21 degrees Gemini. And he knows that this labor demonstration, this group of people coming forward, like I've abandoned father, children, home, family, jobs, and now I stand up for that decision that I've been. He knows that there's going to be a demonstration of these choices that are being made. And then the Lover's card for Saturn, 14 degrees Pisces retrograde, subtlety survives. Saturn's being real subtle tonight, real subtle. So we have to look at what was hidden, because now it's been written. And so Saturn's trying to keep it really subtle right now. And then over here, we've got Uranus wants to talk about the Empress tonight. This is like a duty overload for this Empress, this leader. And some kind of less is more from Neptune tonight. And then Pluto has the Alchemist and is reminding you of people in history that also had to alchemize hard change. Up here is your destiny. You get the Hermit for that 6 degrees Aries North Node. And then the Chiron has the Hangman. Beware is to be aware. Yeah, so. Oh my gosh, here we go, guys. Yeah, so have you ever had those people in your life like that they only spoke to you because they wanted to hear what they wanted to hear? Yeah, they didn't want to hear what you had to say. They just needed you to tell them what they wanted to hear. That's what you might be dealing with after this choice is made. Because I guarantee if you picked up the phone right now and called these ops, they just want to hear what they want to hear. and you're not going to tell them that for the first time. You're going to speak what, you know, whether they like to hear it or not. But it seems like you had surrounded yourself around these people that only listened if they heard what they wanted to hear. And they had no desire to listen to anything else you said. And I think that's ironic. That's a narcissist. That's selfish. They you know, don't underestimate when angels are about. You were about. And you tried to speak on things that people thought, well, that's dumb. I don't want to listen to that. And now, with this change, this undercurrent, they're going to see it. They're going to see it. They don't have to. You don't have to worry about anyone listening to you because just like the leaves change colors, the people and their energy is changing. So they'll pick up on it right away. That one has a touch of God on it. Yeah, they'll pick up on it right away. Don't matter how much that person has in their pocket. I might just follow that one in traffic because that one has God on their life. Yeah, they'll be able to sense it. So yeah, don't punch this. Don't punch this. Just gaslight it and win $1 million. That's what's going on. Is you're still in this reality television, but that's okay because you got the ancestors. Yeah. Kobe Bryant says, yeah, that's a 5-pointer, man. Them continuing to gaslight you. It's all good. It's all good. It's not gonna affect you with the good people coming toward you. You will have the thermometer for stranger danger. Okay, anyone coming toward you, you're going to identify right away. Well, this is a stranger, there's danger, or no, this is one that is not going to gaslight me for 5 points. So, okay, ancestors, please be here for this reading. I love you. Thank you so much for today and letting the sun shine in. Thank you, ancestors. Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, please be here, and highest ascendant Jesus. I love you so much. Please be here with your wisdom. Mother Mary, I've got that candle tonight. This, yeah, Mary, help the blind see, help the lame walk. May the deaf hear, and may the confused be made clear tonight, Mary. I love you. Yeah, there's going to be less and less confusion, even though you're feeling like, well, why did I do this? Why did I pick up this cross? It's not really a cross. It's that you chose to be your own master. You know, whether it be through intuition or intellect, you chose to, I trust what's inside of me. I trust the nature of me because you've walked this out. This is your truth too. So you don't want to be around the Y chromosomes, Genghis Khan. You don't want to be around them because you might just be enslaved the rest of your journey here on Earth. And, so ancestors, help me out here. That there's some kind of Luke Skywalker helping us make this choice tonight. Maybe you don't know who your father is. Maybe you don't know who your mother is. But you've been released. You've been released. And you've been released. There might be some illusions around you that you don't have choices, but you do. You do have choices. But it's almost like they're watching you to see how you respond to this new intellect or the strength of intuition. They're watching this in the subconscious. Like, oh, let's watch him really wreck that car now. and you're not going to. Because I guarantee if you listen to that small, still voice, you won't make mistakes. You'll just be you. And you're here for a reason, collective. So September 24th, we got some kind of, Luke Skywalker comes in, says, hey, we got to make a decision about this new balance. I have a feeling this has to do with future laws, because of there was always a conflict of interest. Your groups and clubs and societies, there was always a conflict of interest, and it wasn't legally fair. Does that make sense? Like this secret society, okay, great. Join the secret society. But you realize, okay, the US had a legacy and your bloodline has one. So there's a conflict of interest there. So we can have our little secret groups, but can we separate? Because the US legacy protects a greater number of people than just your bloodline, okay? So there has to be some kind of separation, okay? I know what you're fighting for. I think it's awesome. But if you're going to join with a group for mutual benefit, it's mutually beneficial for both of them, right? But that was a conflict of interest that did nothing but hurt innocent people because they were outnumbered, okay? They couldn't defend their bloodline. They couldn't go get help from the government because, well, they're on the same side apparently, and I'm just odd man out. Is Collective going to be the odd man out because they made this choice to ascend like this? What's going on here, ancestors? There is a Queen of Cups in your storyline. Some kind of Queen of Cups. Is this a collective person? She told me her name was Billie Jean, and she caused a scene. Then every head turned with eyes that dreamed of, I am the one. Okay, so this person might have told you that they were the one. Okay. Now that song, Billie Jean, Michael, please be here. I love you. You're always here. Love you so much. That song is about how women would trap his brothers. His brothers got ahead in the musical game before he did, and would try and trap him with a baby, and it wasn't their baby. But the woman knew that these kids are going to be millionaires, so I'll just trap them with a baby. So Michael didn't like that, and he wrote that song, Billie Jean. So Mother always told me, be careful of who you love, and be careful of what you do. She told me her name was Billie Jean, and she caused a scene. Yeah. Yeah, be careful of this person that you've trusted for eons and eons, because suddenly now Luke Skywalker is forced to believe, well, this is my child. This is my child. Just like me, I don't know who the father is. See, it's like it's a curse. It just keeps going. You know what I mean? Like he knew the bad guy was his dad. Yeah, Darth Vader. He knew Darth Vader was his dad, but he was, that was a huge eye opener for him. Okay. So, and your father might be a Darth Vader. Okay. They might be in a secret society ganging up against you because there's resources there that they don't want to release. Okay. It has the Y chromosome. You're coming up against the Y chromosome. There's 12 million of them left on Earth, and you have to conquer it. I don't know how or why, but you'll be able to see it. Just like the leaves change colors, they're going to see it. That one has God on them. And don't ask me how, but they're going to figure it out. And so in the old days when it used to be you had the coolest truck in town and you had the most cash in your wallet, it's not going to be that anymore. It's going to be like, dude, that guy's going to hell. That's what you're going to be able to see. And that's the one you're not going to pick. And don't ask me how or why, but that's how it's going to happen. Is you will pick the one with the tape and their glasses, looking like a complete geek. Because, my God, look at the ancestors behind him. Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. It's a new currency, and God wants you to see that for yourself. For yourself. Something about this storm tonight and your destiny will help this change for others to see. Because Luke is aware, Luke Skywalker, he fights. And you're getting information about this. This Queen of Cups is aware of this thievery from the past. And there's information coming toward this person, this Queen of Cups, about this thievery. Yeah. That's why you're kind of sitting in, you know. But you can feel this balance going on. You can feel this balance. Like, how can we stop this from happening in the future? Well, conflict of interest, for one thing. If you're going to join a secret society, let's have some rules, okay? You're going to have to go join that one because you have a whole bloodline that you want us to protect, and we have to protect a nation. We have to protect a nation. We can't just cater to your bloodline. See what I'm saying? I think, and I know, thank you, that was wrong, okay? Because it put United States of America over a barrel. Do you see what I'm saying? because you are a citizen as well, and you, no respecter of persons, deserve a defense. If that's all you have, is some kind of borders and safeties to come in and wave a flag for you. So, okay, so there's news coming forward. Queen of Cups. Okay, cool. You have some wise, yeah, the wisdom that you chose to follow, you will never doubt in the future. Once you tap into it, you will never doubt it in the future. And it's also attracting some really amazing, important people into your life. Yeah. It's attracting them to you. Okay. So tell me about, yeah, we should do that, huh? Yeah, they want me to put some kisses on the cards. I'll put some kisses on the cards. I hope you had a good Tuesday. I had a good Tuesday. I love the days where I can actually get a nap. Because I had a dream during my nap today. I want to tell you about it. There's some love for you. So the dream was you had a handler. The handler was your driver. And he was foreign, but he took very good care of you. Very good care of you. Okay, this foreign driver. Okay, he was taking you to a car race, which you thought was pretty cool. The car race were your ancestors racing these cars. And all the handler was doing was parking the vehicle. Okay, so he was parking the vehicle. You got out so he could park this vehicle. And you noticed along the parking spaces that they look like tombstones. You're like, that's kind of strange. But you knew it was like this race for cars. And so I guess that makes sense, right? That the parking spaces are all tombstones. And as you're walking through the tombstones to get to this front entrance of this raceway, there's money. There's money on the tombstones, but they're parking spaces. So because you thought it was a parking space, you're like, oh my God, what's all this money? And so you picked it up. But then as you kept walking, you saw more in a different, and so you're like, oh no, I can't touch. So you put it back. And one of the ancestors was watching the race from the parking lot because there was a big screen TV. And he was like, yeah, those are the bets on the ancestors. Just leave them there. That's what he was telling me. I'm like, oh, okay. So you were, like watching the race with him while your handler parked the car. Yeah, that was the dream. So something about your ancestors, there was a lot of money on this. A lot of money as to which bloodline would walk it out the right way, okay? I love it. I love it. Okay, so we made a decision that we're going to bring somebody in to tell Queen of Cups about this theft. She's already publicly announced it. She's not thrilled about it. And the choice is, Luke says, yeah, let's balance this out. And the moon comes in, 7 degrees Cancer, and says, well, are you coming or am I going? Are you coming or am I going? Which one do you pick? So tell us about this high priestess. What is she trying to get you to think about? Yeah, they were hoping that you would abandon and not make it to this race, this ancestral race. That you would say, well, this isn't important. I have to get back to normal. When this parking lot was huge. This parking lot was huge with tombs and money. They placed bets on it. Spiritual bets. Okay, so what does the high priest want to say about this? Are you coming, collective, or am I going? Okay, so there's a King of Wands in your storyline that has a lot of love. Okay, let's find out if he's a collective person. Is this a collective person? That would be your Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Does he have a Y chromosome? He might have planned something. 3 of Coins. For your well-being, was this... He has a ring on. He's wearing a ring. A signet. So he's part of a bloodline. The ring has a signet on it. I don't know if you can see that. It kind of blurs a little bit because it's... But on his lap there, he's wearing a ring. Okay. Okay. He knows it's almost time. It's almost time. He's watching you. He's watching you. Yeah, like I say, they're transfixed as to your decisions. When all it is just tapping into nature. You're not going to give up where nature has led you. You're not going to give that up. Yeah. So what else is King of Wands looking at? He's watching the collective. Well, that's great. He's watching your wisdom, your choices. And he's watching you because of an emperor. Yeah, he's watching you because of this emperor that stole from you. Or who wants to steal from you. Okay, here we go. The conflict of interest, see? Yep, this is the conflict of interest right here. If you hire an attorney, please don't be paying my ops to get justice. Okay, it's like that. It's like the good attorney would say, it's a conflict of interest for me to help you because I'm receiving money from your enemy. That's all he had to say, right? And that's all this person is thinking about right now. Is why did we join up with this bloodline when I had my own to protect? This person had his own gig to protect. And now he's going to lose it because of these people. It doesn't make him happy. What's going on with the emperor? He's angry because your family stole from him to steal from you. And now he can't separate himself. It's all mashed together. It's like when you have mashed potatoes and vegetables and stuffing and you mix it all in one big pile and, you know. Some people can't stand that. I think it's the same, right? It all goes down the same. But that's what this person, he's unable to separate things. It's a big hot mess as far as he's concerned because he was perfectly fine until he joined teams with this bloodline. And he wants a new beginning. Well, I'm going to tell you, Mr. State Trooper, Mr. State Trooper, please don't stop me. That's what he's singing tonight. Bruce Springsteen. Thank you. Yeah. Please don't stop me. He's like, please don't stop me. I want a new beginning and I want to steal, kill, and destroy to get it. That's what he's doing. And the King of Wands sees it. So he's helping you out. He's watching you to keep you safe. This King of Wands. Wow. Because he wants his new beginning. I didn't come this far to be stopped. Wow. Well, that's lovely. Whereas you've just kept to yourself and you've let nature take care of you. Like if it's taken care of me this long, then who am I to doubt the future? Who am I to doubt the future? Yeah, he's one of these birds, the pheasant, that does not migrate. He does not migrate. He stays in his territory the entire year long. He doesn't migrate. There's other birds that are more adaptable, right? Well, it's going to get pretty cold here, so I better go find something else. He doesn't do that. He stays in one spot because he is chromosome Y. Genghis Khan. I am the bad master. I am Darth Vader. Oh, Luke, where did you go? 24th of September, Luke Skywalker. Yeah, that's my father. I can't believe it. Now what do I do? I told you. Luke, what did you do, man? Well, he's telling me I had to have him take off the mask. All he had to do was take off the mask. Yeah. This person doesn't realize that if he removes it now, it won't matter because once the leaves change colors, we're going to see how much God are on people. We're going to see it. We're going to see it. So go ahead and keep your little, I'm not a liar, wear this mask on. Yeah, keep it. Good luck to you, man. Good luck to you. Yeah, there's just some bad masters in history collective that we had to exile. He's one that thinks he can have a new beginning while he steals from you. While he steals from you. Wow. Okay, so the ancestors just said, it was the It was the people he trusted that stole from you. So in some of the readings, this would be the rich man that they ganged up with, did horrible things to you because they could. The resources were there, right? Manipulated this person for the resources to hurt you. You know, it wasn't enough they were trying to kill you, but now you have your own legacy, and let's just, you know, steal that. You know, you tried to be fair so many times during the game, but it just didn't matter. We were going to take it all. And that's still Y chromosome. Whether he did the crime or not, he watched you. He watched you be a POW, prisoner of war. He watched every step of it. So in the eyes of the Most High, there's some guilt there. Guilt by association. Not to mention the conflict of interest, helping a bloodline when he should have been helping a larger group of people. Even though they were part of the same oath, creed, you know, there has to be, we're probably not going to get rid of those in the future if you want to be part of this club, group, association, but there are some bylines now that we have to adhere to. That if you get in trouble with your bloodline, we cannot come and help you. Yeah, no. Separate but equal. Yeah, okay. So, and the computer's agreeing with that. Yeah, the computer's agreeing with these new bylines in the future. Yep. So let's go down to the subconscious, because I know Mercury's looking at your appearance right now, and most of you look really awesome. So apparently you're taking care of yourself, you're keeping balanced. But in the subconscious, there's this struggle right now because Venus is using her strength and Mars has to go to intuition. What did Mars do? Mars made a narrow escape from something, made a narrow escape. He was interrogated about his association with this rich person. He made a narrow escape by exaggerating a response. Wow. And it had to do with your past. So, yeah. Mars has a hard time believing that you're a different person, Venus. Yeah. Well, you know, when God touches you, you are different. But he has a hard time believing that. It's a hard time believing that. So the proof had to be in what they had watched from you. The telescope, it was all based off of that. Well, you're saying this person has got a needle in their arm every 5 minutes. Well, we watched them for 3 years. My God, probably 5. We didn't see a 1. But this person has a really hard time. Okay. What he fails to mention is that he was the one putting it in your food. So there might have been things that you had become addicted to unbeknownst to you. And again, this is why I fight this war, because there's people that can't speak or fight for themselves that I fight for. Somebody that's a victim of, it was in the food I ate, what was in the house. That's home terrorism. That's what that is. You were in a home that you trusted and you were being fed drugs. Yeah, you were being fed drugs because you were attached to something quite valuable. So valuable that this rich man here is determined to steal it. Even though he has plenty. He has plenty. Wow. A narrow escape. It's saying narrow again. He makes a narrow escape with this argument. So apparently he is not behind bars yet. Is Mars, he's juggling. Okay, thank you. Ancestors tell me. This dude, your op, has a way out. Okay, the person that took advantage of things that you weren't aware of. Okay, that's wrong. Okay. It's like fighting the Amish or the Quakers because they don't have television. Well, they'll never see what I say online because they don't watch TV. Now, is that fair? You know, that's what this dude is like. That's what he's like. That's not cool. You targeted somebody who for religious purposes does not watch TV, but they continue to attack the Quaker or the Amish person. That's pretty rude, dude. They'll never see the jokes I say about him because they don't watch. Anyway, so he got in trouble for that. But he's not in jail. He's juggling. And the ancestors want to tell you, All he has to do tonight is write out, yes, I provided substances to an unknowing person. This is wrong. I will never do this again. I am so sorry. Forgive me, Lord God in heaven. Or whatever he prays to, okay? Respect his religion, whatever he prays to. Write it out, okay? What does he do with it? Well, the aliens wanted to see him write it out, first of all. Now, if he just goes to his altar and burns it and prays and is completely, like, I recognize the ill of my way. I recognize it. I can't stand it. I can't stand that I can even write this, that I did this to somebody because I was told information about this person that was not true. You know, because Mars was manipulated too, okay? But if he does that, he might just save his butt in this. He might. Because the Lord will always know if your heart is truly in rhapsody repenting. He knows that. And that's all Mars has to do. Is, yeah, I was told information, I did something horrible. This Venus was the mother to my children. And I tried to kill this person. And they're actually not that bad of a person. That's all he has to do, and he's off the hook. With God. Okay, I don't know what your borders and safeties are going to do to him. They may not have any evidence that he was attacking the Quakers. Or the Amish. But he sure had a heyday on television making jokes about him. Making fun of him. Ostracizing him. Oh, they'll never see because they can't watch TV. That's a fair fight. Yeah, no, that's not a fair fight, dude. That's using a religion against somebody to win a war. And how many times in history has that happened? Oh my God, yeah. So see, no respecter of persons. All he has to do is write that out and go to his altar. Yeah. And the Most High will hear that and will remember that. That is not dishonorable at all. And so you, Venus, have to be okay with that. But that person tried to kill me. It's okay. It's okay. You've let it go because you have strength. You have like this Judah lion tower inside of you for faith. Yeah. Okay, thank you, ancestors. Yeah, and the ancestors want to tell Mars, like Hermann Hesse has 11 degrees Cancer for his birthday. Hermann Hesse wrote the book Steppenwolf. And that whole character had to come to grips that half of me is wolf and half of me is man. And it bugged that person. Like, why is that side of me? Like, why did I go that far and hurt somebody that didn't deserve it? Because half of you you didn't control. Half of you was wolf and half was, you know what I mean? So that whole book is about, look, good or bad fortune, both have a value because you discovered it and you repented in the rhapsody for it. That's what he should do. That's what he should do. Good or bad. Because that can change his next lifetime as well. Okay? There's military involved with this person. Or he may have been using military against you to hack your devices. Yeah. He had connections to hack your devices, Venus. To back you into a corner, to put you in a position where, look. And it was all fabricated. It was all fabricated because the only time you ever look at the phone is when it's dinging and won't stop. Like, please, Lord, why is it dinging off the... Because they're trying to hook you and say, look, we got her. Yeah. Some of you will come to the point where there'll just be hours during the day you turn your phone off. Yeah. It's something to mention to you. It's something to mention to you. You're not going to miss. The ancestors say you're not going to miss anything if you turn it off. Okay, so Venus, ancestors tell me about Venus. She knows that Mars can do this. Great, good. No respecter of persons. Yeah, and she wants her children happy. Okay, maybe this person has the children. She wants them happy. She doesn't want to disrupt. Okay, she had to let that go because somebody with a Y chromosome came along and took everything from her. And she decided, well, that's a master that I can't be a part of. I can never let that happen to me ever again. That's how it destroyed this person, okay? So she's decided, nope. Nope, this bloodline ain't going that route anymore. No. So she wants you to know that this Francois Mitterrand had 2 degrees Scorpio. He was president of France, Francois Mitterrand. Okay, he had this birthday, 2 degrees Scorpio. Probably the majority of his presidency, he did not tell people he was dying of cancer. Yeah, he went the majority of his presidency, and no one knew he was dying of cancer. So that takes a very strong 2 degrees Scorpio to say, I've got a job, I've got a role, it's important. It's more important than people knowing I'm dying inside. Yeah, that's how Venus feels. Because it wasn't easy to walk away from this beautiful home. This beautiful home. Yeah. Okay, so Francois Mitterrand, you have since passed away. Please be here for this reading. Tell me what Venus should, she's got this strength. What's going to happen for Venus? Most High, what's going to happen for Venus? He wants you to know he's very proud of your work, of your sacrifice, because he saw you walk away. Most High saw you walk away, okay? From something so precious. He saw you, Venus, walk away. He sees the news that you bring regarding the Y chromosome, people that steal, touch things that aren't theirs. He sees that. And he wants you to celebrate. Be happy with what you are, where you are, with what's taking care of you, which is probably the Most High himself right now. If you've separated from people that tried to power over you. They powered over and I didn't quite like it. You have been released. The slave has been released from the chart tonight. This son, this active participant of the legacy was set free. It transformed this secret about a family. It transformed it. And it set this person free. And now she's probably just waiting on these payments. Because they are determined to make that person pay for that. See, how dare you be set free. Remember to pay attention to Morpheus tonight. Because he may show up in your dream. You won't know who this dude is. It could be your handler in the dream, a driver in a dream. Could be some random person in your dream. You might not trust him, but he is showing the one a truth. Okay? He's showing, yeah, because he's from a pantheon that you may not study. It's a Greek pantheon person. You know, pantheons are like these secret societies. They worship certain gods and things. So you may not recognize this person in your dream, but just pay attention to the symbolism he points out, because he's trying to show you a truth that you are questioning. A lot of you are questioning. Well, why in the world would I follow or believe that person? I don't know, dude. You gotta talk to. You got your own arm to lasso God. Yeah, just lasso God, and don't give up. I'm going to be here all night until I hear your answer. And he'll see ya. He'll go, okay, I'll help him out. It's essential that you spend that time with Most High, because you're going to see and observe things like, oh my Lord, I kind of like that person. And now look, they're in jail. Okay, so let's go up to Mercury 27 Virgo. It's an opportunity. Okay, your appearance, something about your appearance. Something about your appearance is in the sun. Okay, what does Mercury want to tell collective? Yeah, Mercury recognizes that you're made of like some cedar because you've repelled a lot of insects. Cedar is a very precious wood that it repels insects. And it resists decay. Whatever they did to you, Venus or Mars, divine or masculine or feminine, it was intended to decay you. And you must have cedar in you because you didn't decay. And you repelled all the insects. Remember, he's this close giving the earth to insects, just FYI. But Mercury sees that tonight. And he's watching that emperor and his agenda. Okay? The Y chromosome in your storyline who is determined to take from you. Even though you were so successful to get out. They call you Isabella. There must be an Isabella, maybe in your storyline, that was saved from a wretched, power-hungry person. Mercury's waiting, okay? So what are you waiting on, Mercury? He's waiting on this change. He knows that there's something in nature, maybe a storm or a change in season, that's going to start showing Mercury exactly who people are, regardless of what they're saying. Regardless of what they're saying, you're going to start seeing it. He's concerned about a murder. What's this? Okay, a murder is under judgment in your storyline. Is this an attempted murder? Is this an attempted murder? Mercury, is this an attempted murder? Yeah, it was someone you were in love with, tried to hurt you, and used the vulnerability of love to do it. See? you had to pick a Quaker or an Amish person to pick on because they don't watch TV. It was kind of like that. Well, I've already got you in my home, so I can terrorize you. That's what they used against you, was love. That's not right. Okay, Mercury. Is there any other download? No. I love you. They're still looking into that. They're still looking into that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Jupiter sees that this is pretty serious, that they use these really low ball ways to get what they wanted from collective people, divine people. And Jupiter knows that this change is coming too. It's the 21 degrees Gemini as the death card. So he knows, wow, this is going to be a huge demonstration, labor demonstration. Like he's just seeing it in his head. Like there's so many people going to be revolting against this Y chromosome, this Genghis Khan, this power over maneuver that affected so many people that just went about their day. I'll go about my day, won't ask any questions. And, you know, and for the most of you, you have very full lives. You have very full lives, and you're responsible for quite a bit. So for you to put on any brakes at all and go, wait, maybe I should, you know, pray about this or ask about this, that's pretty honorable. Okay? That shows that you see a truth, that you heard the small, still voice. Today I found my friends, they're in my head. The friends in your head, thank you, Kurt Cobain, will get you there, okay? There's ancestors that speak to you that want to get you to this higher vibration so that you're not in debt to some Genghis Khan, okay? I don't owe you anything. Thank you very much. I held on for dear life by myself to get away from this oppressor. That's what you did. Okay, Jupiter. Tell me about this. Christo has this birthday, 21 Gemini, and this is a Bulgarian artist, and he used to wrap landscapes. If you Google pictures, it's really strange, but he would wrap things in nature. He would wrap them to either make it look, yeah, the bird noticed when he did this. He did that, it's either to like preserve this part of nature, bring curiosity to the landscape, or dematerialize the item. Like, yeah, it would be like the Statue of Liberty. It would be like he would wrap it, you know, and it would still be there, but it'd be wrapped. And so you'd be like, well, why is that? Because there's almost something about the idea, the glory that he wants you to think about. He brings attention to the item and landscape by wrapping it. It really does stand out if you look at some of those pictures. But he was an abstract artist, and that's how he wanted people, because you have this picture in your head, well, liberty looks like this, okay? And then he goes and he says, well, what if it looks like this? And really, to wrap the Statue of Liberty is to ask you, yeah, what was hidden that I could not see? You know, abstractly, that's what he was trying to communicate for 21 degrees Gemini. Bang. Bang. Okay, so Jupiter, tell me about this ending, this change. Okay, there's news coming of some justice, some balancing of this Chariot card tonight. Yeah, 7. We had the Chariot card, which is 7. The slave was released. There's going to be some kind of an announcement about that, about the people that were in these really crummy contracts that were powered over, couldn't get out, pinned down. They pinned you down, you couldn't get out of them. My God, that's how you fed your entire family, right? So how are you supposed to get out of them? But there was a conflict of interest, and Justice wants to tell you about it. Yeah, the whole intention was to put you over a barrel so that you wouldn't seek freedom, you wouldn't seek any other choices, and then they'd own you. Y chromosome. Let's own that person. Head. They would be head of your estate. No. You are head of your own estate. And the ancestors put money on it for today's date, 24th September. They put money on this when you went to the races to watch them. They put money on this. Like, who's going to step up? Who's going to step up and do what's right for the bloodline? Because this is huge. Heaven on earth, and your bloodline's not there. Dude, what are you doing? Don't be sleeping. Ask, lasso God tonight. Yo. Lasso him in tonight. What can I do? Because I'm abandoned from my bloodline. I'm by myself. But is there anything I can do? And you'll get a download. He'll tell you. Are you being truthful with me? Are you being earnest with me? Because he'll know when Mars goes to that crossroads and writes out his confession, if that's earnest or not, he'll know. And then it could save him. It could save him. Yeah. Community of people are going to be doing that tonight. Nice. Just right now, what they did because they did not know. They did not know this collective person spoke to nature. They did not know that. They look like a floozy. That's what they're going to say in the petition. You just look like a dingbat. They didn't see the God in you. And that's okay, because once the leaves change colors and the season starts to change, it's going to become more and more evident who walks with God and who does not. Yeah, clearly. Very clear. Okay, so, yeah, I hope that protester from Honduras, if you hear this, I hope you're here, that you stood up for the river that was getting contaminated from the mine. I hope you're here. God bless your soul for standing up for what was there before him. That's all he did. He stood up for something that was before him and said, hey, quit polluting the river. We have to drink this. And now the poor people in Honduras can't trust that water. They didn't stop the mining. That's the gold. The gold meant more than that life. And now he's probably listening to this reading. I love you. God be with you, soldier of God, for doing that. It was the right thing for him to do. Please stop. Oh, we'll just get rid of him. Yeah, he was a nobody. Just get rid of him. No, you're not. You have been promoted in God's eyes. What's this? So justice is coming because of this. Okay, and everyone's gonna see it. It's gonna be in the sun because it's destiny. The bloodline made sure that this was part of a bigger destiny. Okay. Nice. That's exciting. Mother, may I know who my true father is. And they gaslit you. They gaslit you. Because they wanted a 5-pointer. They wanted 5 points. Kobe told me. Oh no, they get 5 points for that, man. They get $1 million for that too, apparently. Okay, so Saturn is acting very subtly. He's being very subtle tonight. Very subtle with this decision. Because he also does not want a labor demonstration that's disturbing, okay? He's doing it very subtly tonight. What does Saturn want collective to know? He saw their indulgence, that you didn't matter. You're a nobody. But he sees you as a star because you spoke out. You're a star. I love you, Saturn. He says that the hidden has been written and is waiting to deploy. So something hidden was written, collective, for the planet Saturn. Something hidden has been written, and now it's getting ready, preparing to deploy. Wow. Okay. So Uranus wants to talk about this overload of duty from this leader, this empress. This might be somebody in law enforcement, tried to help you and realize, my God, there's a bunch of snakes here. How do I help this person? Because it was such a conflict of interest. It really was. So Uranus wants to talk about that duty overload for this empress. What's this duty overload for this person that maybe tried to help collective, didn't get very far, and had to go get reinforcement? Yeah, this person tried to do a lot of this work on their own, but it was huge. Yeah, this person knows that King of Wands that's watching you. Who's watching you? This particular employee of Borders and Safeties has been watching the Emperor like he is. They're both watching this person. The Y chromosome for you. And apparently these two want to celebrate with you. Now these can be masculine or feminine, either or. One's a higher rank, okay? This one's an emperor or empress, and this is a king or queen. But they want to celebrate Six of Wands with you. Yeah, they're very proud of you, collective. They're very proud that nobody had to spoon feed you truth. That you accepted what your ancestors were telling you. Chief, they call you chief. They call you chief. They do. They say, well, this is your gig. Keep going. They just want you to keep going. It's your gig. They call it your gig. So, cool. Neptune tonight says less is more. It's got the High Priestess intuitive card, and it's saying less is more. You don't have to go out and write the next national anthem. Thank you, Pluto. Okay, so Betsy Ross and Paul Revere had 29 degrees Capricorn. Okay. No, I take that back. They had 11 degrees Capricorn. Because I took 9 and 2, which makes a master number 11. So I went to 11 degrees Capricorn tonight. Just to shake it up a little bit. Because it does reduce to a master number. That's Betsy Ross and Paul Revere. Now, you know Paul Revere, the story is actually more than him. There were like 3 or 4 writers that night, right? That didn't make it to Concord to tell the people the British are coming. Okay? But he still made our history books. Okay. Paul Revere wants to tell you, thank you so much, Paul, that there's a warning that America is breaking apart. So he's writing in tonight, Paul Revere, to tell you that the ride tonight is to tell you that America is breaking apart. This truth. This power over that's been revealed. Paul Revere is writing in to tell you America's breaking apart. Now, Betsy Ross, she wants to help you, collective, with this. She says, yeah, you may read that I made the first flag of America. But what you don't read about me is that I was married 3 times and ousted by my Quaker religion. So she had a hard life. But all we do is read how great the little lady was that sewed the flag. She wants to go and thank you for believing in yourself. Because yeah, your story will probably go down in history for how you stood up to Genghis Khan. But they'll never know what you survived. She's telling you that. She's telling, don't believe in the books that I was just sewing the flag when I was trying to sew myself a life. And that's the only way I knew how. She used her talent to speak her truth. Yeah. Married 3 times. I love you, Betsy. Yeah. An ancestor that may be in your lineage, Betsy Ross. Yeah. God bless you. Okay, guys, I gotta talk about the destiny because this is a big deal. Your destiny tonight is the Hermit card. So you need to go in, spend some time alone, shoot some hoops with the ancestors, and then you're in this hangman position, okay? While you're in that hangman position, God has a message for you. It's a secret that God told you and you kept about your north node that would be direct. Okay, this is a secret that you told him, I'll keep it. And it was when the north node would be direct, which it's direct right now, okay? The birds will burrow to block the blow. The birds are going to be burrowing to block the blow because you remembered lightning would be striking quite low, okay? There's a black autumn sky with thunder above. Maybe a September with no love. He reminded you of an abandoned hillside where you once worked hard in a past life and told no lies. Maybe it was 36 or 1937, but you had had your own heaven. And you were so grateful for the secret God had given. Some say diamonds, some say gold, just rumors now of what that mountain holds. But in a place abandoned and forgotten is the promise God had locked in for you, collective. So tonight, when the rain and the wind kick up high, know that nature has never passed you by. God will remind an archer to pull back his bow, and lightning will strike a mountain, this you know. A door you swore was jammed or broken, but this autumn storm reminds you you are chosen. It may be tonight, it may be tomorrow. Rest easy, God's plan is always followed. Nature kept you hidden for such a time as this. Lightning is striking to make us all rich. You'll be seen, you'll be heard, no more heartache. The enemies have burned. A diamond mine too bright not to see until destiny reminded lightning what God intended to be. He intends that to be for you, collective, for your destiny tonight. March. Keep marching. I love you.